race doesn't matter. Your geographical location doesn't matter. There's a thing that you and I are dealing with in your money, and it's called math. And none of those things I just mentioned give you a pass on math. And where people get themselves in trouble, including when I went broke many years ago because I was stupid, we get ourselves in trouble when we don't bother and do the math before we do the transaction. We're the stupid woman from San Diego who leased her dog for $5,400. We make $90,000 a year, and somehow in our brains figure out that our children deserve a $50,000 Honda SUV. And now we have to take the kids out of private school because we can't pay the payments on the SUV and the private school because we didn't do math. We're 21 years old. We buy a $10,000 car, run up $10,000 in credit card debt, and have $10,000 in medical bills and make $30,000 a year. When you make $30,000 a year, there's nowhere in that plan that the $10,000 car makes sense. There's nowhere in that plan that running up a bunch of credit card debt gives you any room to breathe. You already can't breathe. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. Our health care is provided by Medicaid, which is welfare, because we qualify. If I go back to work, we won't qualify for that. And if I go back to work, I'll have to pay for daycare. When you make $30,000 a year, there's nowhere in that plan that the $10,000 car makes sense. There's nowhere in that plan that running up a bunch of credit card debt gives you any room to breathe. You already can't breathe. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000.
All right, good morning, humans. That was my man, 50 Grand, David Ramsey. And good morning. Do I got enough lighting in here? Why do I look dark? Yeah, whatever. Y'all can hear me. So good morning, man. That was Dave Ramsey. I like, listen, man, I can listen to that over and over again because Dave Ramsey is saying something that is pretty much mandatory whenever you're doing anything. He says your income doesn't matter, your age doesn't matter, because a lot of you individuals be trying to act like, common sense and logic just don't apply to black people or the area where I came from. So he covered all the bases. He said your income doesn't matter, your age doesn't matter, your geographical location doesn't matter. That covers all you ignorance that always got excuses for your mistakes and blaming your mistakes on the geographical location where you're from. Oh, this is going on because I'm from the ghetto. Oh, well, the ghetto. Well, where I'm from, this is just how we do it. Nah, it don't work like that. What Dave Ramsey was simply saying in that opening is you have to do the math. Now, he don't mean 1 + 1 2. He means you must think things out before you even start the execution. All right. So good morning to you humans. I want to thank you guys for being here. I got my man Paul. I got this gentleman named Paul. Paul T. He gave me a $5 contribution via my Cash App. Of course, I got to thank the usuals for the rest of the week, Mr. Jimmy McDonald, and I got to thank Sean G. for that contribution via my Cash App. I definitely appreciate that. We are doing, just as I stated, we're going to do being single requires discipline. I'm throwing that at you guys now. Tomorrow, I'm going to do smashing watermelons. I don't know how black people get offended when people smash watermelons. And we don't get offended for none of the killings that's going on inside the community. But when a white person outside the community does something, that's why I say the community you guys call black, because I call it whack more than anything. I don't call it black. Community you guys call black. It is amazing the rules of engagement in the community you guys call black. So appreciate you being here, CHRIS1 Radio Group, broadcasting live from home, Todd Smith Studios. I just want to take a break. Got the lady here. She got mad at me this morning and kicked me. That's why she's out right now. And she I tried to make breakfast. I burnt the pancakes, and she was just like, "Look, I done told you I don't like burnt pancakes. This is the second day in a row you made burnt ASS pancakes. I don't eat burnt pancakes," and just slapped me all up. And told her I was gonna call the cops. So she jumped out the window. I just lifted it up, jumped out. I don't know where she at right now. But yeah, I knew the antics was coming. God damn it! But I do apologize for being late today. So we are here now. So I want to talk about something, and I'm just going to take it to the top of the hour, man. I do apologize. I'm not giving yet a oomph. I'm not hitting you guys with a full 1 hour joint jab. But I want to talk about discipline, and I want to talk about how being single requires discipline. People, I'm going to tell you, how many of you would like to go purchase a car and got to clean it out? It's got dog hair in it, ashes in the cigarette and the ashtrays, ashes in the ashtray. The windows need to be cleaned. Wouldn't you like to engage into a product fresh and ready to go? Of course you would. I like to clean the dishes right after I cook. Definitely in the daytime. At night, I get a lazy thing going on. But it is better to simply say, I want to make me something to eat and have everything clean there so you can transition from where you're at to making your food. Now, I need you guys to follow me. If I tell you I'm not thirsty and I'm drinking a lot of water, then I am thirsty. If I tell you that I am single because I just can't find nobody to be in a relationship with, and I'm having sex with 3 and 4 women, how is it that I can find a woman, multiple women, to have sex with, but I can't seem to find that woman not to be in a relationship with? Now, I need you guys to follow me because I'm about to cram something down your throat. When you are doing something, it's because you want to do it. People, we don't live in a dictatorship. We live in a democracy. If you don't know what I mean by that, Adolf Hitler wants a dictatorship. The Democrats want a dictatorship. Republicans, for the history of their existence, wants democracy. I'm going to use another show to tell you the difference between the two. But it's obvious that because individuals keep voting for Democrats like super dummies, it's obvious you don't know that. Now let me get back on track. We live in a democracy. We don't live in a dictatorship. Because we don't live in a dictatorship, it's kind of hard to stand in front of a judge and say, Your Honor, something made me run into that bank and rob it. You are doing what you want to do, and if you're doing wrong and don't think nothing is wrong, Now we got to check your mentals because we don't live in a dictatorship. Nobody has your children at the house with a gun to their head. No, we live in a democracy. People, we live in times now where women have access to multiple uh, Section 8 sauce discharge mechanisms. Long gone are the days where the only interaction a woman would have was either with the mailman, because he delivers mail to the home, or the milkman, because back in those days, milk was delivered to the home. We now live in days where women have access to multiple Section 8 sauce discharge mechanisms. I'm going to find a way, baby. I'm going to find a way. It's amazing to me that when you meet an ugly woman, and I mean ugly woman, she is having a relationship with 3 and 5 guys. It's more like a buns up type situation. It's never getting all the treatments, getting all the things. When an ugly chick is in a multiple situation, it's just buns up on all fours. Sucking Section 8 sauce discharge tools or Section 8 sauce containers, if you know what I mean. Give me a second. I'm just saying. When you see a pretty girl and she's dealing with multiple guys, it's different. It's, the guy pulls up, bring groceries to the house. He pulls up in his jiggy car. They gets in and go places. It's a different perspective. This is why it's hard to hear perspectives about individuals that's sexing multiple people and hear the perspective of, well, you got to understand, and maybe this and maybe that. No. An ugly chick is sexing multiple guys, and she's getting the creamy beard. She's getting all these things. She's cats pulling up to the house. She's getting buffed off in the driveway. I mean, she's buffing off in the driveway. It's just an ugly situation. But when a woman has a 9-to-5 and a nice house and a nice car, and she's dealing with multiple guys, people, that situation exists because that's what the individual want. Now I need y'all to follow me. Appreciate those thumbs up, man. Come on, man. Stop fucking with me. Don't be fucking with me, People, anybody out there think there's something wrong with Donald Trump giving Stormy Daniels $50,000 for a blowjob? Anybody think there's anything wrong with Donald Trump paying $50,000 for a blowjob? Because I don't see nothing wrong with it. I was just waiting. I'm going to tell you why I don't see nothing wrong with Donald Trump giving Stormy Daniels $50,000 for a blowjob, and I'm going to tell you why you do. The reason why you do is because you don't have $50,000 like that billionaire has $50,000. You see, $50,000 is $5 or maybe even $2 to a billionaire. $50,000 is nothing. And he didn't give Stormy Daniels $50,000 for a blowjob. He gave Stormy Daniels $50,000 to be discreet and say, that's the world that we live in. You are this, I'm him, blah, 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 blah. I can get my nut off. Oh! And then go on about your business. The reason why you see something wrong with it, because you're like, $50,000, man, I could do, you know what I can do with $50,000? And so that's why I don't see nothing wrong with it. But what I'm saying to you is the reason why you see something wrong with it is because your mental mind state. If you look at the body, it's the mental mind state that dictates the action. It is. What's going on, Davy Man? Davy Man says, I don't see anything wrong with it either. The brain dictates the body. Abdul Gaines is up in his bitch. What's going on, homie man? Good morning, Chris. I'm living a single life the best way possible. My man. People, the merchandising is about to go up through the roof. So I'm going to be doing all this stuff on anticipation. Individuals share my videos, email me, my share. I'm going to have a whole bunch of stuff going on. I'm taking it back to 2015 when I used to have cell phone Friday giveaways, et cetera, et cetera. Feel Good is up in here. David said, I would do the exact same thing with the younger white woman. Feel Good Music said, good morning, Mr. Smith and students. My man. People, what I'm getting at and what I'm saying here this morning is being single requires discipline. It does. It does. It requires discipline. There are individuals that don't know how to separate good and bad. There are individuals that's out there doing things under the perspective of, I'm just getting mine, ain't nothing wrong with this. So let me break something down to you. Whenever I see a woman with a big butt, her sexual activity will always be in question. We all know this. Every man that's on here today, it's not a coincidence that when you meet a woman with a big old booty, she's dealing with multiple guys under the perspective of I want to be a hoe and nothing other than I'm getting mine. People, that's her mind state. That's the way it is. I remember one time when I was dating Crystal Holman, and I must remind you, 35-inch chest, 29-inch waist, 54-inch button hips. I remember going through the stuff that I would go through with this woman. And then I remember one time I went into the store and I seen this big kick-eyed chick, big, just no shape with her whatsoever, just big, huge, big ring on her finger, kids and a husband. And I said, wow, you mean Crystal Holman and women like her in a community you call black? I see a lot of individuals screaming, I'm single, I'm proud, gorgeous. But then you can, and claiming that there are no good men out there. You can't find a good man, but screwing 3 and 4 guys. No. People, single requires discipline. I had no problem, holding off, waiting till I found a woman. The whole life wasn't getting a guy like me amongst the ranks. You know, I was not going to be that type of person where somebody can say, you know what, I got me a girl. The mother got cars, mother got a nice house. Girl, when I want to decompress, they get all technical. Girl, and when I want to decompress, girl, when I peace of mind, get away from the fucking kids. You know, my other niggas. You know, when I finish sucking Section 8 sauce dispenser. When I finish sucking Section 8 sauce dispenser rods, I go over my man Chris' house. Yeah, that nigga, girl, he cooked for me. Girl, that nigga, no. I want to be clear. Appreciate that. My man Davey B says, I shared the video on my Facebook. uh, Discord and my Facebook Messenger. My man, 50 grand. Appreciate that. But I'm not giving myself to that game. I think highly of myself than to give myself to that game. This is why in the past I had women be like, oh yeah, oh, you probably got two or three chicks you banging. I just annihilate them, talk all about their kids and say, I'm your kid. I feel sorry for your kids. Why? Because they got a fucked up mom. And I just go in on them because what you're not going to do is you're not going to accuse me 1% of being like any nigga you dealt with in your past. I am unique, exclusive to me. I have met individuals that are all the same. I have. I'm sorry about that. I had to get a drink. But so let us talk about the discipline. Why does being disciplined, why being single, require a lot of discipline? People, I have met an individual this year that tried to push up on me with a dirty house. And I only looked at that as one way. This is a lopsided introduction. I cannot deal with somebody that has full access to my life and I'm on a schedule when it comes to theirs. So I backed out of the situation, probably spoke 2 or 3 times since then, and that's that. I don't believe in any condition other than good. Because of this, it makes me the hated one. When I've met people, I got to listen to the old dippity doo-dah dance about the individuals that they dealt with in their past. And because I said I didn't, it requires a little animosity and friction. Well, I got to find something else bad that he did. And the second that's revealed, I'm going to ride that to the bank. Giddy up, bitch. Giddy up. It ain't happening. So when I say being single requires discipline, I mean, it does. It requires discipline. It requires self-discipline. You see, when you people meet somebody and they say that they've been through some nonsense with somebody for a long time, there was an absence of self-discipline. It was. They may have recovered, and now if you say, I want an okie dokie monster, and they be like, what the hell are you talking about? And now they want to jump on you, and now all of a sudden they know how to jump out on you. You better jump back and help them understand. Nah, I studied the ship on loving me. So unfortunately, you can't say or do or talk to me like that. I don't know who you think you're talking to. All right. But when they dealt with those individuals, what was the alternative? Being single. Being single was the alternative. Being single was the alternative. But nope. It was, I'm just fucking this guy because of this. I'm just fucking this guy because of that. Listen, man, go on with your life. It was nice knowing you. You don't owe me nothing. We are not married. I don't know you. In a song Jay-Z did and Imaginary Players, if you listen to some of the dialogue in between the chord, when the chorus is playing, and Jay-Z says, what he says is he's saying some guys is yelling to Jay-Z, saying, yo, you ain't got none of that in your rap. And then Jay-Z said, yo, you don't see the look on my face? I'm uncomfortable, dog. I don't know you. Then he goes on and say, now you got these young cats acting like they slung cats all up in they dumb raps, talking about how their funds are stacked. But when I see them in the street, I don't see none of that. Damn, Playboy, where the fuck is the Hummer at? Where's all the platinum? Where's all the ice with all the platinum under that? Those ain't Rolex diamonds. You done to that verse. So if you know the song, just before he say that verse, you can listen to the monologue. Sometimes if you got a dual speaker system, it'll be coming from the left speaker or right speaker, but it's on there. And it's crazy. And that's how I feel about people. I can meet somebody and then a day or two later be like, listen, it was nice knowing you, but I don't think this is going to work. And they just be coming back at me. 3 weeks later, I just want to talk to you. For what? Lady, I don't know you. 5 weeks after that, yo, hold on, man. I don't fucking know you. I don't know you, man. I don't fucking know you. Yo, it was a high and by in the conversation. Number change lasted 2 days. Listen, man, go on with your life. I don't fucking know you. And when her type of women do that, it's you think you are, and because let me go left for a second. People, I am proud to say that every action in my life adds up to me as a whole. Every action in my life adds up to me. Every action in my life adds up to me. But what you're going to do in life is you're going to find a lot of people that was doing things that they're not proud of. This is why we don't have an influx of women in the community you guys call black. This is why we don't have an influx of them educating the younger ones that are coming up doing the exact same thing they're doing. We don't have that. We get these old dumb things that they want to do. Oh, I got a financial company and black sisters rock. Oh, whoa. What about, yo, y'all got a code red going on over here. Teach them that. Let's get back to basic communications and social skills, because social skills amongst the black community youth is just up times 10. So this is why I'm talking about today. Being single requires discipline. And the reason why it's going to require discipline is if you're not in a decent mental mind state, you're going to want to fill a void quickly. And whenever you fill that void of sexual pleasure or sexual companionship period, whenever you just rush to fill that void of sexual companionship, whenever you rush to do that, I feel sorry for you. I really do. I feel sorry for you. I do. People, I gotta bark some more, but I got some more I want to say. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna play some Dave Ramsey for you for about 3 minutes. Then I'll be right. I'll be back. Gotta run to the bathroom right quick. David Ramsey. I was gonna make it a half an hour, but I got some more stuff I want to say.
How are you? How you doing? Better than I deserve. How can we help?
Oh, good. Hey, so I got a question. Growing up, I wasn't super financially responsible, and I think that's how we are here. years. Credit score got high. I ended up moving from San Diego to Kansas City about 3 years ago. I had some credit card debt that I turned into being irresponsible again, probably, 5 years ago. Ended up getting charged off, and I owe about $8,900. Well, I got a notification in the mail the other day about a court hearing on the 30th of this month, obviously to get their money back, which is fair. I guess my question is, what I did is I called them and tried to do a settlement for a percentage of the total amount. They agreed to it. They agreed to a higher rate than I was comfortable paying at the time. And now I'm left with the decision of, do I pay that amount, or I also have a truck that I only owe $8,200 on. If I pay that off,
do you have any money?
I do. So I have about $12,000 in savings.
Okay. What can you get the credit card company to agree to settle for right now?
$5,000.
Okay, that's pretty high. How old is the debt?
Oh gosh, I would say 5 years.
They paid about a nickel on the dollar for it.
Okay.
So on a $10,000 debt, they paid $500 for it.
Okay.
Roughly.
Would you recommend getting an attorney? I got a ton of emails.
No, I just want you to beat on them. I just want you to beat on them a little harder and get them down to about $3,000.
Okay. I had offered 35.
Yeah.
After doing some research online, and it was like 60%. And they said no, that company will never go that low. And
yes, they will.
I know it.
So what you've got to do is just keep messing with them and just go, well, I have $4,000. If you want to settle this today, we can settle it today. Now, here's the couple of rules. Number one, you can tell a credit card collector is lying if their mouth is moving.
Okay.
It's scum that you're dealing with.
Sure.
Bottom feeders. And if you're a credit card collector out there and you don't like me saying that, you should get a different job to prove that you're not scum. So, because nobody stays in that business that's not scummy. It is a nasty butt business. They lie. I am not kidding you. We've dealt with them for 30 years. Major household names like American Express, Bank of America, Citibank will lie to you. It is unbelievable. Okay? It's hard to believe, and you think I'm being melodramatic. I'm not. I've done this for a long time. First time or two it happened to me, I was shocked, but just the way it is. So, get it in writing or it didn't happen.
Okay.
And it can be an email, that's fine. An email from that organization with the account number on it. And it says this account is settled in full if you pay $4,000 by January 15th or whatever. Okay? Then you do not, rule number one, in writing or it didn't happen. Rule number two is they do not get electronic access to your checking account under any circumstance. They will clean you out. They'll take $8,900 out of your account if you give them the account that's got $8,900 in it. And then try to get that back because you owe it. You're not getting it back. So a prepaid debit card that is transacted one time and then closed, a wire is fine, but I wouldn't give them electronic access to a bank account under any circumstance, a traditional bank account, because they'll take your money out of there and you won't be able to pay your rent.
Okay.
In writing, no electronic access to your checking account. Got it?
Yes, sir. And
you ought to be able to get them down to 4 anyway. You already got them to 5. I'm really surprised they didn't take 3,500. I really am.
Yeah, so I guess is that normal for? It's not at this agency anymore. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the company.
They bounce it around all over the place. They probably sold the debt for a nickel on the dollar.
All right, y'all. Dave Ramsey. I'm back. I'm back like a heart attack. Keep eating. All right. Yeah. All right, so when I left off, man, I was telling you guys about I was talking to you guys about you don't know somebody, you don't owe it to somebody. But this is what happens when you navigate yourself out and about and you look for something to fill a void. People, I have a real problem understanding individuals that claim they don't want to be in a relationship or they're single and they're screwing multiple people. This is what it is now. I had an individual tell me this year they were single but screwing multiple guys. If you want a true example of the results of this hideous thinking, may I invite you to go watch the first 48 and look at the stories that are coming out when ex-boyfriends, baby daddies get mad because the girl is in a relationship. It is stupid to think of any woman that you're giving your gorgeous coochie up to a guy or multiple guys, and you got control over how they want to protect their pussy. Because I want to be clear, it's their pussy. It's yours, but you gave it to them. Now it's theirs. This is how this works in the world of men. And I'm talking to this 2-bit dummy about this, and like, no, I'm not. I'm like, it's a shame that you think you're not. It's a shame that you think you can play this game of being a coochie distributor. Because you have no discipline, because you can't be single. Being single requires discipline. Some people can't have it. They're not interested in it. They got every reason in the world as to, when it comes to the art of companionship, why pussy and giving and giving away dick is the one thing that's still going on out of the activity of a companionship, but they don't want no parts with nothing else. So, and just in hindsight, or in simplification of what I'm saying is, if in fact you don't want to be in a relationship, why then are you having sex? Why is the sex the one thing that's still on limits when it comes to you not wanting to have sex? I mean, excuse me, you not wanting to be in a relationship. Why is the discipline up on everything else? I ain't bringing to my house. I ain't taking no out to the movies. I ain't taking them all on no damn date. But when it comes to sex, that's still part of the equation. I'm so confused. This perspective, man, it really is funny to me. It really is. Listen, I think like nobody you know or anyone you ever met. So the normal rules does not apply. A great singer named Chico DeBarge once said, "Love me in a special way. What worked so well for you before, for me, simply just won't do." Now, I would tell individuals this, and they'd be like, "No, you're a nigga. You're a black man. You're a nigga like all the rest of them." And I'd be like, "Oh, all right then. All right then. Wait, listen, it was nice knowing you. I'm not interested." And I would see these individuals, and they'd be like, "Dad, I mean, oh, that nigga gonna call back." That's the first thing they say. That nigga gonna call back. Oh, that nigga, no, I'm not. People, I play from the perspective of chess, not checkers. I play life from the perspective of chess. I can look at all your pieces, and depending on what I'm doing, I can tell you and max out your moves. That's what chess is all about. So I know all your moves. I know you this, you that, you, because all the niggas told you. I can tell by the inventory of X's. I can tell by your inventory of X's. You was all over the place, and you really think I got something in common with them idiots. Well, all right. So I want to be clear. Being single requires discipline. It does. It does. It does. I'm sorry, you're gonna have blue balls. You are is. People, these are facts at 100%. And when I speak them, they make me the hated one. Oh my. People, I'm gonna tell you something. If it wasn't for my demeanor, I would have got my butt kicked a lot. I would have gotten into a lot of fights. When people listen to me talk, I make them mad. I do. I make them mad. Mugs be like, "Yo, man, how could you say this, man? Yo, I would fuck him up, but he kind of big." Or I would do this, but the demeanor in which I speak from the perspective of a couple. You better read it right. I'm gonna say this one time. Don't keep coming back at me. Then I got that other way. I say things where like I'm disrespecting you when I'm saying it. I'm making you feel like a dookie whore, and they're like, "They talking to me like I'm a dookie whore." Yeah, because I want you to shut up. Because really, honestly, your intelligence level. This conversation is beyond your intelligence level. And that's what you guys got to learn how to do. You got to start helping people understand, listen, you're smart in other areas, but in this one here, this is not your thing. Let me say this. You guys are listening to me. I'm going to drop something on you right quick. Do you know if you call a K9 unit for a police precinct and you ask them, hey, what's the name of your dog? Oh, our dog's name is Robert. Call another K9 unit. What's the name of your dogs? We got a dog named Charlie, Ben, and Max. Call another police precinct, K9 unit. Hey, what's the name of your dogs? Oh, we got Big Bubba. He's a crazy dog. And we also got our little drug sniffing dog, Tim Rock Tim. What I'm telling you is if you call any K9 unit, none of their dogs are females. This is the thing when I drop this, you know, it's like when I say things, I'm often getting challenged and I take individuals deep out in the water. And I want to be clear about something that I say, what I'm about to say. I do the same thing when I'm in court talking to a judge. You know, I went into a court one time and told a judge, there ain't nobody in this building know more about law than me. I also went into court one time, I said to the judge, don't mistake my confidence for arrogance. I went to go see that judge 25 days later and said, I'm arrogant. I'm just jumped to it. Because last time I gave you a nice warning and you just didn't adhere to it. So let me get back to what I was saying, because this is what makes me the hated one. But I'm kicking facts now. So if you call any K9 police dog unit, all their dogs are males. You know why all their dogs are males? Because male dogs are easy to train and they stick within the training. Like a little boy and a little girl, you seen the Kraft commercial. We're going to stay here until y'all eat. What does the daughter say? Fine, we'll just stay here. And the son says nothing. That's how it is with women. So much to the point, if you call a police K9 unit and you ask them, hey, are any of your dog females? Nope. But there is a place for unlogical and just sporadic and emotional. Oh, there's a place for it. So if you call a guard dog company and you say to the guard dog company, hey, what's the name of your dog? Oh, our dog is Sheila, Roxanne, and Ruby. Oh, you know why they have female dogs? And I want to be clear. You can call one and they say vice versa. They're not doing it right. This is how it goes. When you call a K9 company, you know, when you see a construction site and they hire a guard dog company, the guard dog company, they put the fence up. They have the sign, warning, this premise is guarded by guard dogs. That's an official guard dog company, and they put the fences up there, and those are their dogs. The construction site does not own those dogs. The guard dog company owns those dogs. Now I need y'all to follow me. The reason why they use emotional as the fine product of choice is because that's a great time to be emotional. That is a great time just maul somebody, right? Because let's be clear. Let's be clear. When the police officer tell their canine dog, attack, and it goes, and the dog goes and it's going to go get somebody, right? Right? The dog is going to go get somebody. The dog still needs to always be under command of the police officer. So if the police officer, if their word is, halt, the dog's supposed to stop, return, and the dog comes back. With a female dog with emotions, you're not going to get that. It may be a hit or miss, and they just can't afford those chances. So you guys will navigate yourself through life, and you will allow somebody to tell you, oh, I'm banging 2 and 3 guys, but this is what I was told. It's just so funny. They gotta leave me alone because I want to get married. They gotta leave me alone so I can get married. This is what I was told. So they just got some spell over your, hey, what's up? I'm right around the corner from your house. Oh my God, my legs just cocked open. Oh, that how that go? Because what I'm telling you is being single requires discipline. It does. You can say it don't, but it does. I promise you, it does. It goes hand in hand. You cannot navigate yourself through life under the perspective of, yeah, I'm single, but I'm gonna invoke this rule right here. People, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It don't. It don't. Being single requires self-discipline. It does. It does. I was talking to my lady, and she was talking about an individual that she used to deal with in the past. And she was like, yeah, I'd be on the phone with him, and then he'd be like, yo, you hear that? My his battery is about to die. And that was just setting you up for the game. And that's just how people are. People are great at setting you up for the game. There's no game over here. I have no game. I've been telling y'all for years. I ain't a player. I ain't bouncing with it. I ain't bouncing, nigga. I crack myself up. It does. It requires discipline. And let's be clear, self-discipline. Let's be clear. Some people just don't have it. And honestly, their morals, it's a thing requiring where there's an imbalance of morals. Let us be clear. Just stop it. Oh, stop. Everybody in the community you guys call black, don't think that everything coincides and connect with each other. Your karma is just free flowing. This don't connect with that don't connect with that, and it's an ongoing tree. That's how it goes. Individuals act like this is exclusive to over here, doing that is exclusive to over there, and they will never collide. This is why when individuals met me, it was like a freight train. You know how it is with a freight train. They don't stop on a dime, baby. They hit the brakes and stop 2 miles up the road. So individuals meet you, and they're under the assumption, because they're mentals, they're under the assumption that you're on some old, well, dang, ma, you know what I mean? That S is big. Brother, love a big S. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to engage with you based on you got to understand fucking 3 nigga protocol, and you'll have your time. Dig this. I was promised a date. I was promised a date. And I was like, oh, really? You must got me confused. I think I got lightheaded. What? Whoa. But see, individuals, this is what women got to understand. Lower classmen, they roll with their own with their BS. They roll with it. I don't do that. I don't do that. I'm a man over here, 100% pure. There is no I don't take. I wrote this book 2 years ago. Read this. This book is dedicated to Charles Smith Sr., my dad. Dad, I want to thank you for providing me with your DNA. Dad, I want to thank you for helping me and giving me the blueprint and showing me how to navigate myself throughout this cold, harsh world, as well as being a man. Dad, I want to thank you for teaching me that men do not make excuses. Dad, thank you for showing me that being a man at all times is non-negotiable. And it's not. People, testosterone is the most logical perspective of thinking you can get on this planet. Testosterone. It's the most logical. It is. It's not saying that it is warranted in the best form all the time. That's not what I'm saying. Because when you say that, you see, what y'all get is y'all get a rebuttal of stupidity, and y'all start backing down off y'all point. When stupidity rebuttals me, I double up. Yeah, I double up. Because I know and like individuals, individuals, I'm setting you up. I'm setting you up, baby. And then I start asking questions, and then there's a high influx of the deflection, and then there's not answering questions, and then it's just amazing. This stuff just starts unfolding when individuals try to challenge me in a conversation. Let me be clear: testosterone is the best form of logic on this planet. Emotional, not good. Not good. I remember what was the finals that year? The 2015 finals, or was it 2016? Hold on a second. It was the year before Cleveland won. No, it was the year after. They had won the rings. Yeah. They had won the rings, then LeBron lost and then went to yeah. So the 2018 finals, game 1, played inside the Oracle Center. No, the Oracle was where uh, Golden State Warrior play. The Cleveland, they play inside the Quicken Loans Arena. I think Cleveland in Ohio. I think let me check. I think they play in the Quicken Loans Arena. What is the name of the arena that the Cleveland Cavaliers play in? Oh, it's the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Oh, see, it was. It says the Quicken Loans Arena is no more. The team will no longer play at the Q. It's now called the Rocket Fieldhouse. So let me do it again. What is the name of the arena that the Cleveland Cavaliers play in?
The Quicken Loans Arena is the home of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
But it says it's the Rocket, but yeah. So it's the Quicken Loan Arena, right? Game one. J.R. Smith didn't know there was still time on the clock. I don't know if y'all remember that. What happened with LeBron James? He went inside and punched something, hurt his hand. You know why he punched something and hurt his hand? Because he wasn't in a logical state of mind. He was in an emotional. He was mad. Okay, because that's where emotions and mad are like, they egg on each other. Go ahead, get mad, and emotions be, go ahead, get mad. And go ahead and mad says, go ahead, get emotional, and then emotional be like, go ahead and get mad, and they be like, go ahead, come on, get mad, and then emotions be like, come on, go on, get mad, and then mad be like, come on, get emotional, and that's what happened. LeBron James he said it. Those are his words, by the way. Don't get mad at me. Dear mine. He said, I got emotional after the game 1 loss and punched something and hurt his hand. He didn't say I got logical. He said I got emotional. That's what he said. Crimes of passion, overkill, individual gets stabbed 40 times. Was that a logical kill? And none of them are if it's under those circumstances. But why 42 times? I mean, where's your mind at? Yeah, there was a lot of emotions involved. This is what they say now. They don't say it was a lot of logic here. They don't say that. They say this is a crime of passion, a very emotional crime. It's emotion. You can see it. There's blood everywhere. Emotional. Why do you think when brothers fight, they fight to the death? This is why I can't fight my brothers. I can't. There's a lot of emotions. When me and my brother had a fight before, when I mollywopped his ass, I didn't mollywop him more so for what he did to my car. I mollywopped him for when he used to beat me up when I was a kid. My emotions was running high. I was so emotional. Let me act. Let me act on it the right way. I was so emotional. I was just, when I was fighting him, I was so emotional. I was emotional. I was emotional. Logical is the best form. A lot of individuals get in relationships, and me and my lady, we were watching 90 Day Fiance, and I'm just like commenting on some of these situations. And this one dude, he's real cool. He's South African dude, and he just got the worst piece of trash for a woman there is. And I say the worst piece of trash because there's two individuals where the woman is a little funny. There's one where the woman got a twin sister, and she's acting cold off and standoffish, but it's out in the open. It's when she goes to hug people, she put their hand up like, all right, get off me now. She just real cold. She went to meet his friends, got up and just walked away, ain't say bye, nice meeting y'all. At least she's open with her bullshit. She's just open with it. That dude getting all the red flags, red carpet, red ping dots, red sticky notes. He's just getting red all over the place, and he's just still trying to hang in there. Oh. But the other chick, with the dude from South Africa, you can tell he is just there to be part of a script. And women will look at that and be like, well, they can work on it. They can work on it. I don't care if they work on it. They can work on it and get married and live forever. But he is a script in her life. That's what I'm saying. Not saying it's not gonna work. You can just tell. You just look at that. You look at that woman with that trash mental mind state. We got great communication. I tell him what to do and he does it. Oh man. Oh. I wish they have break up with your girlfriend, get with another woman for 2 days. I'd break up with my woman and get with her for 2 days and then get back with my woman, of course, because, I want my woman. But I would love to just be in a relationship with that woman for 2 days. I will send that woman into the mental ward. And I ain't got to curse at her. I would just be like, look here. Wow. You're going to talk to me like this all the time? I mean, this woman was like, it just was horrible. But that's what happens. The unfortunate's when you allow estrogen to lead. And estrogen has good places, but to lead, and individuals will always get mad at when I talk. But if you can tell me where I'm wrong at, by all means, leave a thing. That's just my perspective. It is the way it is. It's strange, and it ain't never going to change. So, listen, man, I appreciate you guys for being here. I'm sorry that I started this thing a little late, but I'm going to bounce on out of here. I will see you guys tonight at 9 o'clock. So be ready to rock. Later, y'all.